Hey, 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 y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful people. How y'all doing today? I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to jump right in. I know I'm supposed to wait for some people to join, but I get to jump right in because I have somewhere to go very soon. But I wanted to come and say hello to you, beautiful people. So, hello. How are you? Welcome, 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 everybody. It's me, Tanisha O, and welcome to Tea with Tanisha O. I am Tanisha O, KK, CEO of Blending Our Love Incorporated, and the creator of the Forgiveness Lifestyle Movement. I'm a forgiveness coach, and I support people with breaking through, unleashing their greatness, getting to the other side of everything that they desire. Hello, 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 beautiful people. And I'm so excited to come talk to you today. Today, we're going to talk about forgiving even when it hurts. This is a sensitive topic for so many, and a lot of people don't even realize that they're struggling with unforgiveness. A lot of times we're just like, I'm just going to ignore them. I'm going to let them go. I'm going to let it go. Even in marriages and things like that, especially forgiveness, I feel like hurts even more when the offense comes from a loved one, when it comes from someone who's close to us, when it comes from someone we are supposed to trust. It makes it hard. It makes it super hard. And forgiveness hurts. But no one talks about the painful side of forgiveness or the struggles that we go through when we're working through forgiveness, because everybody just like, you know what, forgive, get over it, move on, and push through, right? But it's not that easy. And so I know for me, my it took me 17 years to get over one offense. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if I had the tools, or if somebody actually explained to me what forgiveness was, if someone actually told me up front that it was going to be hard and it was going to be painful. I can't necessarily say that I would have gotten through it faster. I'm hopeful that I would have, but see, no one took the time to tell me that forgiveness hurts. No one told me that there will be struggles. No one told me that once I make a decision to forgive, that I'm going to have to do it over and over and over and over again. And even if it's the same offense, no one told me that if I don't forgive, that it would be like poisoning my own body, which is exactly what happens. No one told me the downside. They didn't give me the ups and the downs. When you're watching a commercial and they have the fine print and they tell you like, here's all the benefits. And then in the tiny print, they tell you what happens. No one gives the fine print of what happens when you elect not to forgive, when you decide not to grow through it, when you decide to stay stuck. And it's not even that it's intentional. So let's talk about forgiving even when it hurts. So you have people who may be watching right now, and you may be saying there was infidelity, there was betrayal, there was someone lied to you, right? Someone stole from you, someone mistreated you. There are all these things, but here's the deal. There's a couple things. One, take a moment to always assess why you're really hurting. Because a lot of times you can say, I'm hurting because they lied to me, right? That's what the cover story is. I'm hurting because they lied to me. But really, the lie is, it may be one of your biggest fears. Maybe you've secretly feared that this thing would happen and it came upon you. So what you were meditating on came about. It could be that whatever it is that they lied or cheated or did, whatever they did to you, could be a confirmation of what you really feel and think of yourself. And so now you have to face the mirror to say, oh my God, this was like my greatest fears have come upon me. The things that I always thought, like all these different emotions go through you. For me, my thing was, and you guys hear me talk about this all the time, but I share it because not everybody has heard my story and not everybody knows how I got to where I am. My 17-year offense was against my mother. And it was because she lied to me about who my father was for 24 years. And by the time I found the father that I thought was my father died when I was 2. So I grew up thinking I didn't have a dad. And then the man who was really my biological father, he died 8 months after I confirmed that he was my father, when I think I was like 38 or 39, something like that. So I never got to meet him. And so it seemed like every single time I made progress or something happened from the time she told me that this man was my father, even beyond the moment of my father passing, every time something different happened and a different trigger came about, there was a new wound that was open. And so for me, what I've discovered with forgiveness and unforgiveness and betrayal and whatever it is, the thing that's uncomfortable is that there are wounds that are inside of you that you may not have known, that are going to be reopened as you work through the forgiveness process. And as you work through the forgiveness process, there are areas of your life that you are creating new scars and there's new pain. And so now you got to figure out how to work through that. And a lot of times, those new scars and those new wounds are on top of an already infected area. And so it's so tender and it hurts. And so I've used the analogy in the past of working through forgiveness. It's like doing open heart surgery on yourself. And the thing about it is, there is no anesthesia. There is nothing to numb the pain of forgiveness. Because, see, the numbing process is the unforgiveness, ignoring the fact that there's pain, ignoring the people, ignoring it and pretending like it's going to go away, closing your eyes to it, believing that if I just pretend like it's not there, it'll be like it never happened. None of that makes it go away. So that is the numbing process. The problem is the numbing process of unforgiveness is poison. It's not healing. It's the opposite of healing. It's poison. It's toxic to you and it spreads to all the people. So when you are numbing yourself to the pain with unforgiveness, you're not just numbing yourself. You are also taking that toxic, it's like drinking anything that is poisonous to your body, keeping it. But the problem is every person you touch, it spreads to them. It's like a plague. Every person you touch, the people that you encounter at work, your spouse, your children, all the people who encounter you, any person that triggers you or touches that sensitive area just a little bit, even though they may not even realize, like, what's up with this person? I didn't even say anything that serious. They're impacted by you. Every touch, every little thing. And so it's contagious and it spreads. That's the thing about unforgiveness. So you now have this open heart surgery, this forgiveness surgery on yourself. And now you're awake. Awake meaning you are in your present mind, because it's very easy to use your subconscious mind to be unforgiving. Why? Because if you watched family members be unforgiving, if that's the way they dealt with it, you just ignore people, write people off, treat them like they never exist, them, cross them off the book, take them off the Christmas list, uninvite them to the birthday parties or Christmas parties. These are the things that happen in my family all the time. You don't do what they like, my family will cut you off. And yes, they claim to be Christians and all of those things, but they will cut you off. They will uninvite you and expect you to still be loving and excited and wanting to be around everybody, and expect you to ignore it, to act as though nothing happened. And this is my current family, the one I was born into. Yes, me, the forgiveness coach. And so watching the behavior of my personal family, and I'm talking about from the higher ups all the way down, watching how they handle things has taught me a couple things. It taught me why I respond the way I respond. It taught me too why and I parented the way I parented and where I went wrong. 3, it taught me how important it is to be accountable for my actions. 4, it taught me that it's so important for me to be even more loving and kind to those people who are closest to me than it is to a complete stranger. Because, see, a lot of times people can put on the fake smile, put on the fake and the phony for the people at work because they're paying the bills, and for the stranger at the grocery store, and for the clients, and for all the people on Facebook, in order for them to get that client built, in order for them to get the promotion on the job. Meanwhile, they treat the people that they should be loving the most like complete shit. Those people are invaluable. Those people aren't treated with the same love and compassion and kindness and all of the things that you're giving out to other people. And so I've discovered who I am is a product of what I was brought up in, but it is my responsibility. However, I should say instead of but, however, it's my responsibility to shift. It's my responsibility to change the narrative. It's my responsibility as an adult to take accountability for who I am, where I am, and how I am becoming. It's my responsibility for creating whatever new traditions and ways of being in my household. That's my husband and I. That's what we do. We have created something new, something different for our children in our house. Have we perfected it? Mm-mm. Will we get plenty of stuff wrong? Mm-hmm. Have I already gotten a lot of stuff wrong? Mm-hmm. Will I grow through it? Yes. Am I willing to acknowledge it? Yes. Am I willing to apologize for it through changed behavior? Yes. Apologizing is one thing. Apologizing through changed behavior, that's when you really say, I mean what I'm saying because I'm willing to grow through this. And so I know the struggles of having that open heart forgiveness surgery. And I know how much it hurts to feel every pain, to feel every probe, to feel every single emotion that is happening within you. And it's uncomfortable. It hurts. But once you go through it and you really, really go through it, something happens when other offenses come down the line, because they're going to come. Like, you can get offended by anything. People who like being offended, they claim that they don't like it, but they like it, I say, because they find offense in every single thing, whether it's somebody talking to them, whether they're not talking to them, the way they said it. I saw the twitch in your eye. Well, maybe I had an eyelash in my eye. Maybe I wasn't twitching my eye towards you. You know, it's all these things, right? And so once you are able to really acknowledge where that pain source came from, and even if that pain source came from your mother, your father, your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, acknowledging that you held on to it this long. You've held on to it this long. So therefore, that's your responsibility, right? Like, it happened, but then it's your responsibility to make a conscious decision to say, let me go in here and let me heal me. Too often when people think about healing themselves, they feel like they're required to heal everybody else. They're required to make sure everybody else is coming along with them. They're required to lift up everybody else. No, this is your journey. My journey of healing is my journey of healing. My forgiveness journey is my forgiveness journey. My growth journey is my growth journey. It's not mine with my husband. It's mine. It's not mine with my children. It's mine. It's not mine with my mother. It's mine. It is 100% mine. Now, I get to give that gift to myself first. How other people receive it, that's none of my business, because other people may not be ready to receive what it is you have. And if they're not ready to receive what you have, and then you base all of your healing and your forgiveness and your growth on somebody else's acceptance or lack thereof of you, now you're back to square one because they might not be ready. So it's for you. It hurts. I'm telling you that right now. Forgiveness hurts. Forgiveness sucks. Forgiveness does not mean that you deserved what happened to you. Forgiveness does not mean that you reconcile with the person who hurt you. Forgiveness does not mean that you ignore what happened to you. Forgiveness does not mean that everybody else has to approve of your growth or where you are. Forgiveness is a gift for you. Period. Forgiveness is a gift for you. And the reason why I say it's a gift, and you're like, T, how can you tell me it hurts and it's a gift? It's a gift for you because now you get to grow forward. You get to move forward. You see, when you're stuck in unforgiveness, you are right there. It's like being in quicksand. You're standing in the quicksand and you're slowly sinking down. See, in the beginning, you were up high. You were like, yeah, I got this. But you're slowly sinking. And because quicksand can move slowly in some spots, you don't even realize that you're on this slope going downward fast. All the people around you see it because you're disappearing. You're stuck. You're depressed. You're dealing with loneliness. You're having suicidal thoughts. You have all of these different emotions that are raging through you. And you don't even know that that's what's happening to you because you're slowly drifting down. But when you say, hold on, let me switch on to the present mind. Let me stay conscious of what's happening. Let me stay in this moment. How do you know you're conscious? How do you know you're in the present moment? You're thinking of this moment right now. Anytime you're rehearsing the stuff back there, that's past. That is you in the past. That's not the present. Anytime you're thinking of, okay, what if I forgive and then they don't want to be friends with me? What if it doesn't work? Now you're in the future. When you're in the future, pre-playing what can happen, still, once again, you're not in the present. So all you get to do in this moment is make a conscious decision of what it is you want. I want to forgive. I don't know how. You don't need to know how. Make the conscious decision that today, effective today, in this moment, I am going to grow through this. If it requires you to write down all of the things that have hurt you and the pain, here's the good side. Anytime you have what's wrong, always figure out what's right. All of these are the things that hurt you, but what did you learn from that? How could you grow through that? What can you shift from that? I know with all the things that have happened in my life, good, bad, and indifferent, I always have a learning lesson from it. And if I didn't learn anything from it, then shame on me. Every experience, when I'm coming from a conscious present space of accountability, I can learn something from all of it. And at the same time, you can also find fault and blame in all of everything that happens. Also, that choice is yours. 100% yours. You get to decide, yep, I'm gonna go ahead and own this. Owning something doesn't mean that you deserved it. If something happened to you when you were 5 years old, you were a minor child, and you're like, Tanisha, I don't need to own that. No, but what you can own is the fact that you are 45 years old and you're still holding on to that unforgiveness and that pain all these years later. You refuse to grow forward. And you can say, but I tried. You refuse to grow forward because when we are really ready to do anything in our life and we are 100% committed to the pit of our souls, every single thing will present itself and align itself with you receiving what you need in that moment. If you haven't received it yet, it's because one, maybe it wasn't packaged in a way that you thought it should be, and therefore you ignored it or dismissed it. Two, maybe you're not as ready as you think that you are. Or three, you just don't want it. You like to say it, but you really don't want it. And those are two different things. When you say it, your actions and your act has to come with it. Because I'm telling y'all now, forgiveness never comes packaged pretty. It just doesn't. It doesn't come with a bow on it. It doesn't come like your dream house. It doesn't come like your dream. Forgiveness doesn't come like a dream come true. Forgiveness comes like work. It comes like pain. It comes like trauma. As sometimes I've heard people describe forgiveness as traumatic. I get that. And you have to make a conscious decision to forgive. Forgiveness requires you to make a conscious decision, because a lot of people are like, nope, I'm not ready to forgive. But they're wondering why they're not growing, but they've literally said, I'm not ready to forgive. If you're not ready to forgive, it's not going to happen. No one can force you to do it. But remember, it's for you. It doesn't require a public service announcement. It doesn't require any phone calls to anyone. It doesn't require acceptance from anyone. It just requires you to make a decision that, effective today, I'm making a new decision. I'm forgiving. And the cool thing about forgiveness is once you go through that open heart surgery and you go in there and you go into those places and you start pulling out all of that infection and all of the toxic behaviors and your responses, and you really start analyzing who you are, it becomes a habit. Forgiveness is a lifestyle. That's why it's the forgiveness lifestyle movement. This is not a one-time thing. I find myself processing all day long. I find myself forgiving constantly, especially family, especially my husband and my children. And I was just with my family recently. I'm constantly forgiving because anytime I'm around family, especially as the holidays come up, this is an important thing. Anytime I'm around family, I can feel different triggers. Old stuff can stir up very quickly, old habits and old things. And so then it's my responsibility to be like, hold on. No. Reel that in, shift that, change that energy and go. So I'm sending love to y'all. I know what you're going through as it pertains and as it relates to forgiveness. It hurts, but it's so worth it. What you get on the other side of it is so beautiful. The healing and the connection that you will begin to make with your loved ones and your family, immeasurable. The beautiful connection that you will be able to make with clients that you currently have and clients that you want to have, and you're on the job, it's immeasurable. Why? Because you've shifted and you've grown. And so you no longer are the victim all the time. You are victorious. You're victorious. But remember, anytime you are victorious over anything, that means that you've gone through the battle. And so forgiveness is a battle that you get to grow through, push through, heal through, move through in order to come out on the other side. But it's so worth it. It's so worth it. If there's anything that I can do to love you, support you, I'm here for you. Y'all know I'm here for you. Tonight is the masterclass, the Mindset Reset Business and Forgiveness Masterclass series that takes place every Monday. It's tonight. Tonight's topic is building confidence to push through. Yes, building confidence. It takes confidence to push through the pain when you have unforgiveness. It takes confidence to push through when you have already failed in your own mind. It takes confidence to push through when everybody around you has already told you how you can't do it and you'll never be anything. It takes confidence to push through when you don't even feel worthy or valuable. It takes confidence, but you have it. And I'm going to talk to you tonight about the skills, the practical, actionable skills that you need in order to continue to push through in business and forgiveness in your life and in general. If you haven't signed up, click the link. It's available there. And I hope to see y'all tonight. DM me, of course, as well. If you're like, T, I want to get it. If it's important to you, you'll be there tonight. Let me know. I'm here to support you. I love y'all. Keep me in prayer. I love all of y'all. I hope that you have an amazing, amazing day. I love you. I love you. I love you. Guess what y'all get to do? Forgive, heal, and grow with Tanisha. Oh, I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Ciao.